teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but sure never for me. Now, sweet talk to beast, dog tail jack, go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beast, dog tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I say, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Whoa.
Yo, what's up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium? It's your boy Swank. It's Tuesday night. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by Buff Fan Base and 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, buy everything. Listen, guys, it's training camp. We're in the thick of training camp. We have not had a show since it started. We're really excited. We're going to take all your questions, all your comments, and we have a very special last-minute giveaway. Make sure you pay attention. Oh, my God, here's the intro. Here we are, and here it is on a beautiful Tuesday. Guys, it's your regular crew. I know a lot of you have thought that Jerry's been holding out. He's not, man. We're keeping him here for the distance tonight. I believe in him. I think he's going to make it through a whole show. Why don't I just introduce him so that you can hear it from his mouth himself? Right downstairs, my buddy, your buddy, Mr. Jerry Reed. What's up, Jerry?
All night long, all night. Hey guys, what's happening? Training camp is about a week in. They just put the pads on. Uh-oh, here we go, football. You can just smell it happening. Love it. Can't wait to talk with the Mafia. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh, here we go, indeed, from the mouth of babes. Right next to me, my brother from another mother, Mr. Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got?
What's up, Swank? What's up, Jarrod? What's up, Bills Mafia? Yeah, like Jarrod said, can't wait to get it going. We're halfway through training camp almost because I think the first game is in 15 days, preseason game. Once it starts, guys, it happens fast. We can't wait to talk about it, talk about these position battles, injuries, do all that stuff. You know, it's a busy time of year. We love it. Let's go.
Hell yeah, we love it. It's like, oh God, first day of summer vacation, I think. You know, like that feeling, but it's like actually the first day of school. That's what it is, right? Yeah, we're excited to talk about it. As I mentioned, we are part of the Buff Fan Base Network and super, super excited to be and proud to be as well. Make sure you go over there and follow everything they got going on, as well as all the great programs that you can find out there. Also, as I said, we are sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, see what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up over there. It's so trendy. It's so styling. It's so profiling. I can't wait for it. Go give them all your money. Hell yeah. We're rolling into this Tuesday at 2:08 right now. And guys, I'm going to tell you, man, you're going to want to tell your friends. Don't tell your enemies. Don't tell your ex-wives. Tell your friends, your fam, all your buddies, because hot damn, we got a big old giveaway that just kind of snuck in on us last minute. So, you know, Scooter, you want to tell them what's going on? You want to tell them what they got to do to get what we got to give?
First, a special thanks to Frank and Dakota Eichler. They're two brothers that have made it out to the Rager all 4 years, all 3 years we've had it. They're showing up this year to the fourth one, August 31st. Mark it on the calendars. But they have 4 tickets to the return of the Red and Blue game, which is this Friday at 5:30. So what we're doing, guys, during this live stream, not only do we want you to comment what you're saying, go Bills, but we also want you to share. We're spreading the love, spreading it to the family. So share this, whatever platform you're on, share it. We'll get that down and we'll enter you for your chance to win, and we'll spin it tonight. Swank?
Yeah, but that was a question.
So
usually you go up at the end of like you're spinning it tonight. You're like spinning it tonight.
So to keep it fair, we'll probably end that at 8:45 so we could tally all the things up and so we can get those.
Hey, we'll figure that out at the end.
We'll figure it out.
So listen, starting right now, just hit Go Bills and share this stream on whatever platform you're on, and you're be entered to win it. Please do not do this unless you can go and use them. It's like very cool that our boys Frank and Dakota offered these up. So the only reason we're having you comment and share it is so that we know that you're committed to taking these tickets and putting them to good use.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Jerry boy over here, he's starting it. He's just dialed in. He just found out that there's this amazing feature on the StreamYard that we use now where he doesn't have to write as much. So that's pretty cool.
Well, the only thing is, guys, I'm trying to share to the Buff Pandemonium group, and it's not letting me, and K-Gun Report and Sunday Sessions group. But
yeah,
for some
is
reason,
this a meeting? Are we doing a meeting right now?
It's something quirky just popped up. So
okay. That's okay. All right, we're gonna say hi to our friends. You want to do that?
Oh, hell yeah.
do it.
Okay. We got Patrick Hughes saying, "What's up, Mafia? Anybody else ready for K-Gun Camp Fire?" Hell yeah. Keeping that R thing going, man. This has been since the draft, dude. April to almost August. I love you guys. We got our boy Adam. Let's go, Bills. Happy Tuesday, Mafia. That much closer to the season opener. I'll tell you about a stupid thing that I did coming up here in a couple minutes.
Uh-oh.
Patrick Hughes. We camping this week, so who brought the marshmallows? That's pretty good, dude. Our boy Harold Fuller, training camp has been so great. Hell yeah, man. Listen, get all your questions and comments all lined up and ready. We're going. This is that kind of show, man. We're talking training camp. We haven't got a chance to. It's the first real football we've gotten to talk about in a lot of months, so we're real fired up about her. Doug says it's time, friends. Tuesday testimonial. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Time to get your therapy in.
Uncle James says, "What's up, Mafia? And who dat safety we signed? We got ourselves a big old veteran from the Houston Texans. Scooter, what do you think?
First round draft pick in 2010. He's traveled around the league a little bit, guys, but he's done well wherever he's gone. His last team he played for two teams, Denver and Houston. He still can make some tackles. He's got a couple turnovers, a bunch of pass deflections. So it's a nice veteran back there, and great for depth. We'll probably talk about it later, but Bishop went out with a shoulder injury, and I know Mike Edwards also. He just came back, but he's also dealing with an injury as well. So
yeah, he banged up.
Yep, that's what this time is about. To get those players that I'm surprised this player is still left available. I mean, he's mid-30s, but you play smart back there. Our defense allows you to just use your brain instead of sometimes needing that 4-3 speed. So we're in good hands.
I can't wait to hear what Lisa John's take is on this pick, because I have a feeling that she had somebody else in mind that they should have probably picked up for depth, but we'll get to that. We got our boy Birdo. Hey, Bills fam. What's up, Birdo, man? I love that you're in the comments so much this year, dude. Oh, it's great. Longtime legend of the show, Mr. Brent Thompson. Get to cracking, sir. I've been cracking since at least 7. So, yeah, cheers to you guys. I'm drinking a burr that will be featured at the regular season Rager. This is from Reinvention Brewing right here, the Middle Finger Lakes IPA. My boy Scooter got it for me for a little housewarming. So cheers, Scooter. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Cheers. Yeah, that Middle Finger Lakes is really good. They got a double Middle Finger Lakes. Those will sneak up on you. Yep, those will sneak up on you. But
yeah, you got a story about that.
Yeah, I went to a birthday party and not looking at the can because they look similar. They were serving the Reinvention Brewing beer. So I got the Middle Finger and I got another one and had a little buzz working more than I normally would have after 3. So I finally told the guy, what are you putting in those? Just joking. He goes, yeah, these are the double Middle Finger Lakes. It's like, oh.
That double will get you.
Yeah, it probably sounded like, what are you putting in those things? But had a lot of fun. A bunch of our friends turned 40 at once within a month and a half. So we just celebrated.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dudes from my class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. We got the amazing Paulette Brown. Hi, everybody. Hey. Let's go, Buffalo. How's
Paulette,
everybody doing?
I'm getting your shirt out to you within the next couple days.
There you go.
Go
Adam
Bills
says,
is the secret password for today, right, fellas?
Yes, Go Bills is the secret password. If you're just joining us, we are doing a last-minute giveaway thanks to the Eichlers, our boys Frank and Dakota. They have offered up tickets to the return of the blue and the red game this Friday at Highmark. All you got to do is comment Go Bills wherever you're watching, and then share it wherever you're watching, and you're automatically entered. We'll draw the winner at the end of tonight's show. So tell your friends.
Nice.
Cookie says, what's up, dudes? Missed the last couple weeks. Cookie, you're forgiven, brother. We missed you too. What the hell were you doing at Highmark Stadium hitting golf balls? You never explained. Please explain now in the comments. We got John Johns. Hello, my Mafia family. What's up, John Johns?
What's up, John?
Hey.
Let's see. Adam B, for what it's worth, sounds like Coleman's cooking in camp so far. Hell yes. I think some people are starting to eat just the tiniest bit of crow, and I know it's been 1 week, but I cannot wait to dive right into that. We can start it right now if you guys want. Are you there? Are you willing? Are you able? Are you with us? Jerry, are you with us?
I am finally caught up, everybody. I'm shared everywhere, and I caught up with the Go Bills.
Okay. Good. So should we start the meeting now? Are you going to take minutes?
Jared's like the sideline reporter right now. We're with Jared on the sidelines. Hey, guys, it's really windy out here, but I'm finally able to write these names down.
Hey, Jared, can you tell us what it's like down there at Bill's training camp?
You got to take on Coleman. We can't run the bit forever. You got to take on Coleman. Yeah, do it up.
I feel like he fits right in. He comes in, he makes himself known right away before practice even starts with the yellow jacket, and then his cookies, and then just his banter back and forth with the Buffalo Bills media. It's great too, because it's like he's been here for years already. And if I just want to plug for Dean Kindig, if you guys are interested in reading some great Bills camp notes, go to the Buff fan base on Twitter or X or whatever and click on his stories, because it's like you're sitting there watching it. If you turn off all the noise and just read what he's writing, it's like you're getting play by play, and it's just spot on. You see all the highlights. It's a wonderful thing when you see the highlights, but there have been drop balls and stuff like that. Keon and Josh Allen are on point with each other. They're still learning. They're still dropping balls and stuff, but they're learning. And he's making one-handed catches, toe tap swags on the sidelines in the end zone. The big thing that we're all seeing right now is they were critiquing his separation ability. Now we know what separation means. His length is what separates him from everybody else. So he'll be right there covered like flies on crap, and then he'll reach his arms out and grab the ball. And it's a beautiful thing, and I love watching him.
100% agree. I mean, obviously, all the little videos that you see are in the favor of our guys, right? But that catch that he made, like it's been 1 week. How many highlight catches has Keon Coleman? It's like 2 a day, like in practice, right? And now we're in pads. And what'd he do? You know, Kyer Elam had him covered, completely covered. Did you guys see this one? Completely covered in the end zone. Punches the ball out. Keon grabs it up. It's a TD. Like, you could not have covered that dude any better. That is such a great sign. That, to me, it's like this dude is not like playing too big for his britches, man. This is like something where he has found a spot, a niche. He's working hard. And if it keeps going like this, man, you might have your number one coming into the season like right out the gate. What do you think, Scooter?
What I think the most important thing is that we're seeing is that Josh Allen isn't just giving him layups. Again, pads are off 7-on-7. You're not playing against the full pressure. Quarterback's not allowed to get hit, all that good stuff. But it can be pretty easy in training camp to just do your go through the motions with passing, just in route running. But when you're one-on-one or even playing against his own defense, it's easy for quarterbacks to stay away from the difficult coverage just to try to do everything else. But Allen is putting Coleman in situations where he has to adjust and go up, get the ball, fall down to the side, grab the ball. They're practicing like they should be playing. And that's something that we were always preached to growing up playing football is you play like you practice like you play. That way in game time situations, when that situation is brought to the table, you know how to perform. And I'm seeing that. I love the fact that Josh Allen, I'm not just seeing that on videos, but I'm hearing from people that go to camp, he's throwing dimes to Keon Coleman right now. And it's exciting to see Keon coming down with these balls. And we might be pleasantly surprised with who back and forth we might think who the wide receiver number one will be by the end of the season. But right now they're developing, they're creating rapport, finding out what works for one another. And it's special right now. It's special.
Yeah. I mean, Keon to me is not the only guy getting love, and we'll touch on this all night. It's 8:15, baby. Got 45 plus OT going on tonight. We got Dr. Bruce in the comments. Dr. Bruce McKellar, who is a content creator for 247buffpandemonium.com. Go check out the injury report, which he references in this comment below. That reads as such: Go Bills. Injury bug has started. Training camp injury report will be coming out later this week once I have more information. Yeah, there's a couple banged up Bills we kind of referenced earlier, Bishop being one of them. Edwards coming back. Alec Anderson went out with heat illness today. I did see a report that he was supposed to be released this afternoon. So all should be well. They might give him a rest day tomorrow or something. Are they even off tomorrow? They might be off tomorrow. Yeah, it's just classroom stuff, and then they come back Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Hey, tell me I'm wrong out there. If you know, tell me. But yeah, other than that, Claypool, another one that's kind of, he got banged up, hasn't been around.
Yeah, he's a big toe, I think. His big toe is bothering him, so nip that in the bud quick.
Nip that in the toenail, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got Casey Nicole. What's up, Mafia? A bunch of emojis. Nicely done. What's up, Casey? We got Charla. Hey, guys. Made it on time tonight. Hell yeah. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I'm at 8:03 right now. The amazing Ellen Lartz. Hello, everyone. Go Bills. What's up, Ellen?
What's up, Ellen?
I love that you guys are like, everybody in the comments just going back and forth saying hi to everybody, seeing what's up. It's a beautiful thing.
Ellen Lartz, I'm putting you on.
There you go. Casey Nicole says, Bruce McKellar, it's not a good thing. I agree. Anybody getting hurt at any time that is on the Buffalo Bills, it is not a good thing. But at least to get banged up this early and not have it be early September, I guess I'll take it now, and we'll see how it's going.
Well, even early enough to where it's not going to interfere with their preseason games, because that's when the true the resume is built there. So if it can happen now and they can recover before those first games start, then have it happen now.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of people participating in our giveaway. Hell yeah, Patrick Hughes. Hell yeah, Ryan. Let's see. Patrick says, I'll comment and share, but you don't have to include me in the wheel. I am in Orlando. Patrick, I don't think you win on the wheel anyway, do you?
We can put Patrick's name on half the spots.
Let's see.
No, Mafia, if you want to see some good stuff, go to other fan pages or other NFL teams' highlights, and you'll see that the only highlights they're showing usually are players who are wide open getting deep balls thrown to them and them catching it. And then go watch ours where you see Josh Allen actually putting it over the shoulder, just out of the reach of the defenders, like game time scenarios. And it makes you appreciate that number 17 more than any other quarterback in the league. Just to watch those highlights. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. I like that presser that Josh had too, where he was talking about like he can't get it up high enough for these guys. Like he's working on placement because they want it even higher. And we talked about this in the offseason when they started acquiring these big dudes. Like, again, the separation thing you were talking about, Jerry, it's not just vertical, or it's not just stretching the field. It is also, the Y-axis and the X-axis. If you can out-jump a dude, that's separation as well. So I love it. I love that they're getting all that placement and timing, and it's just good. Let's see here. Tom Horton over on X says, "Go Bills."
What's up, Tom?
We got Doug saying, saw Curtis Samuel make that catch live yesterday. Dude is going to be a beast for sure. That touchdown catch that he had was amazing, dude. What a grab. Did you guys saw that highlight, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are you thinking about this dude, Curtis Samuel, and what he's going to bring to the team coming in here like that?
I saw glimpses of Samuel, or EJ Manuel, when he caught that. It almost reminded me of no, not EJ Manuel. Who them? Emmanuel Sanders. There we go. You see how I get all mixed up? Emmanuel Sanders. There we go. No, when he caught that, I was like, is that Emmanuel Sanders?
You were like, is that JP Lossman dude out there catching bombs, bro?
I got it. Eventually the fourth name I threw out there, but Emmanuel Sanders was a great receiver in the league, and then when he came to Buffalo, he did good things too. And it for some reason I saw him when I saw Samuel going up for that catch. It's like Emmanuel Sanders. It's not a bad thing.
You see Jeff Toole out there? Man, dropping dimes.
I didn't see Jeff Toole, dude, but I saw Peterson, dude, or Peterman.
Jerry, you got us all flustered. No, I think Joe Brady is chomping at the bit to get this guy involved in this offense, and he's getting him in there quick. For those of you who know the history of Curtis Samuel, he came from Carolina Panthers through his long journey, where Joe Brady utilized him as a running back and a wide receiver, and he is working both with the running back crew and the wide receiver crew. So Joe Brady, I think he understands his players, and he's going to find ways to get players the ball and eat. And I can't wait to see what Curtis Samuel – we've talked about it, guys. Yeah. He's come from a long line of quarterbacks that aren't very successful, and we all know what Josh Allen does with wide receivers. So it is a very exciting time for Curtis Samuel. And, again, we're watching highlights, but I think he's the real deal.
Didn't I see some reference of Curtis Samuel to Mr. Debo from 49ers? Wasn't there like a similarity reference there? So wouldn't that be a wonderful thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to Scott about that before you jumped on today, though, because I think especially the way Joe Brady presented how he wants this offense to operate as far as not having a true X or a 1, 2, 3. He wants every wide receiver and every player, really, like a skill position player on the offense, to know each route, each position. And that'll truly make him so flexible. And the way he kind of suggested it, man, like, I think there's a huge chance that Curtis Samuel is going to be used kind of like a Debo all-around gadget, but also hot stud kind of guy. And Scooter said that he'd been practicing with the running backs and the wide receivers. So
Mhm.
we'll have to see what's going on, but that's exciting at least to think about another option. The better these guys are at doing multiple things, the harder it is for the defense to figure out what the hell's going on. So, the biggest part is like they have to be good at it. They have to make positive plays, right? But like, just the fact that it's an idea that's exciting because that hasn't been a part of the Bills' game plan in forever. So, a new little splash and flash, I think, will really do what needs to be done here.
It's a great tactic from Joe Brady to bring about this kind of offense that might be a wide receiver per committee. It benefits everyone on that offense if everyone knows every position. I recall him saying something along the lines of when he asked receiver what's his route on this play, the receiver's follow-up question is supposed to be, well, what wide receiver am I playing at this point? Then I'll tell you.
Yeah, what position? Yeah.
It's a great way, guys, also to kind of chip away at the depth, because if you're preaching this, then that's who you're going to want to bring to the game every Sunday. You don't want somebody that's going to know half the playbook for half the positions. The guys that know this playbook, know all the positions wide receiver wise, are going to be the ones that make this roster. And we have a lot of cerebral players on our team that have gone through many different offenses, so they know the lingo. So it's a great way to kind of narrow it down and make it difficult and competitive for this wide receiver room.
Yeah. Lisa John says, "Hey, now don't pick on me." Lisa, I would never pick on you. I just know that you want that Micah Hyde signing so bad. Scooter, I got to ask you, man, are you having a rave or something? You're flashing blue like crazy behind us.
Oh yeah, I see it down there.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, is my light good enough without light?
Yeah, that's fine.
Corey just got here. I just want to say, Corey, you leave a Go Bills, and we got blue-red game tickets up for grabs for Friday. You'll be on the wheel of destiny for it.
That was half true, Corey. So Corey, you got to write Go Bills, and then you got to share the stream, brother. And welcome to the stream. And what happened is Jerry just figured out he could read all the comments
share
just in time. So he's kind of jumping around. Scott had a slight case of that, but he was really good about it. So
Corey,
Jerry,
leave a comment. You're automatically winning it. Okay,
Corey, thank you for joining us at the Blue and Red this weekend. Here you go. Bye.
I hit my 100-word limit, didn't I?
Yep, you're over, dude. It's like Twitter. We love you, Jerry. Just busting balls because you've only been here like half the time this season for some reason. Even though I know it's been more than that, it just feels like. Oh, let's see. Joey Hatch, what's good, my Buffalo Bills brothers and sisters? Swank, how are you? I'm doing well, Joey. Glad to see you as always, my man. Let's see.
What's up, Joey?
Patrick says, Swank, did your beard go on injured reserve? I did a little trim up, man. Yeah, I did. It's hot out there for a Swank, man. Mm-hmm. I still got the locks going back here, but
yeah. Holy cow! There you go.
Yeah, you seen that in a minute?
Yeah, geez. I saw you.
Nice.
Wow. Did you say it's hot out there for a Swank?
I did.
You did.
And there ain't nothing changed but your lip.
That's right. Yeah, you playing all these shows, you gotta have a little hair on your head while you can grow it, man. That's my feeling. I think this is probably the last of the go-arounds for me. She's starting to get a little weak up top.
Old.
Joey Hatch says, Reed Brothers, hello.
What's up, Joey?
Let's see here. Lonnie Cook, hey guys. What's up, Lonnie?
Hey, Lonnie.
Hi, Lonnie. Man. Oh, you guys, man, just killing it in here. Harold says Samuels looks great at Camp 2. I'm at 8:10, so I'm only 16 minutes behind right now. Here we go. Josh Cook. Guys, this is the information you want to know about. Josh sent us this video of him hitting golf balls at Highmark. He said they set up like a top golf event in the stadium over the weekend. There was 9 tee boxes set up all over the stadium. It was pretty cool. It looked dope, man. Like, how fun is that? Let's see.
Yeah, there's prizes out there. That had to have been some sort of experience, man. Watch. That's funny that they did that. Did it cost anything, or did you win? Did you win tickets, or did you have to pay for it?
Yeah, how'd you get there? Yeah. Cookie's always good for like these sweet experiences. Do you notice that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he was at 13 seconds. He's been at a lot of really great games. Like, yeah, I want to know it. I want to know everything. Josh, you're going to be. We haven't had Josh on the show in a while. We should have Josh on. Casey says Sale was on Pat McAfee today. Yes, he was. He was talking all about the wide receiver room and training camp and how the state of the Bills are going. He did a great job, as he always does. Did you guys see the bit or no?
Yep.
I saw the snip of it about how he's talking about camp. The Bills understand it's an exciting time and all that stuff.
Yep.
Compared to what the media probably portrays.
Yep.
So
just like last year.
Sale's always good about.
Yeah, man, he kills it. He's like one of my favorite. Absolutely. Patrick says chocolate chip crow cookies for all the Coleman haters. I like that. Here we go. Hot take from our resident doctor, Dr. Bruce. Milano is looking good. I took some video at camp this weekend. He is moving well, but still shows a little less strength pushing off his right leg. Actually, a little stronger than I expected.
Okay.
Guys, Dr. Bruce, man. He came in with the fire at the end of the season or mid-season or whenever all that happened with Milano. That was a constant question you guys had for him all through the season. And really, it's like that kind of injury that we knew so little about, and what Dr. Bruce was surmising, it could be like a really serious injury that would have kicked him out and might have ended like a lesser player's career. I remember saying at one point. So this is great news. I've seen some of these videos, and I know people are trying to point out, like, as practice went on in like the early days, like he was maybe not going 100% on it. He's kind of favoring it. I think it was more fatigue to my eye than anything else. But yeah, that's the big name everybody wants to hear. And how relieved were you guys in your chest when Matt Milano was a full participant the very first day of training camp today?
I tell you what, when I saw him breaking on balls and all that stuff, he's got that sleeve on, that compression sleeve, which, I mean, that's just there for security. It really doesn't help a lot, but it's there to remind him that he's got a knee injury and all that stuff. But to see him walk out with Bernard, I got the goose pimples, man. Milano's biceps, Bernard with a visor on. I was like, man, this is a linebacker crew that potentially can be one of the best in the NFL. And I'll tell you what, guys, going back to the Milano, 90% Milano, I think, is still a top linebacker in the league. So I think from the reports I've seen on his injury, a lot of it could be meniscus / cartilage in his knee because of the injury he had, which is going to be painful more than anything else. So if he can get through the pain, he's a tough son of a bitch, then yeah, I think we'll be okay. But man, seeing those two out there, I'm pumped for Milano.
They, like, automatically, like, biasedly, but truthfully, I would say the top linebacking core in the NFL if Matt Milano is 100% healthy. And as you're saying, even at 90%, I might dabble in that. Absolutely top 5, without a question to me. So, you got anything on that, Jerry?
No, I agree 100% of everything. Watching him take off, coming out of the backpedal and going forward. My question would be, is the right foot looks like it's dropped a little bit. I don't know if you saw that, but can you elaborate maybe if you saw that too? That's what I was looking at. So, but like you said, 90% Milano's good. Those two, Bernard showed us last year that he could definitely play. We didn't see it until the first game of the season when they brought him in, and we're like, oh, he's starting linebacker, and he wrecked it. He did great. So seeing those two back there, it's going to be magic.
Hell yeah. Our boy Joey says, Von Miller looks like he's back to his old self, but he was also running against the second and thirds. My brother Joey, I agree with the first half of your statement. Second half of your statement, Spencer Brown is who he was going up against today, and he was winning. Spencer Brown was also winning, but Von Miller had a very good day. We talk about on the show a lot how the trenches are a little uneven, even though football games are won on the offensive and defensive line. Offensive linemen are way more scrutinized than defensive linemen, to my taste. If you get 1 sack in a game, you're a god. You know, right. But if you stop, 80 sacks from happening, you're like, well, you're fine. So it's weighted a little bit, but yeah, Von definitely at least would have had 1 B sack like against Spencer Brown today. I read, and like the most important part about that post was that Spencer Brown was winning throughout this. So it wasn't that, Spencer Brown was bad or he was playing against lesser players. He was playing against top caliber right tackle in the game and winning.
Yeah.
So
Von Miller even said this is the best he's felt in a long time. So
yep. I wanted to ask you guys about that, man, because like how much do we trust what Von says about, like, not calling him a liar, very optimistic dude. Last year he was like, I'm superhuman. I could come back the day after this happened. Like, so for me, like I take a lot of what he says with a grain of salt anymore. If it's coming from like a known source, and it was multiple all across Twitter today that he had an outstanding day and he's had a really good camp this far. And with the pads on, that's huge. Absolutely huge. Scooter, what would it mean to this team if Von Miller returned to full form, half form? Let's say if he returned to full form, full Von Miller, first
4 weeks. I would say first 4 weeks of I think that's a heavy task, I do believe, because not only is he 2 years older, but he is still coming off those knee injuries. That's going to put a burden on him. We saw him getting off the ball last year. He got off the ball great last year. It's the turning and bending into the quarterback where we saw him just fading away and chasing from behind. So that's the kind of stuff we need to see out of Von Miller. If he could bring some of that back, yeah, I could see potential. But what I want to see out of Von Miller is I don't think we're going to see the snaps. I really don't. I want to see making the most out of the opportunity. I want to see high pressure rates with the low amount of reps because Von Miller, guys, some people say this is his last year. Next year might be his last year. He's on his way out realistically. If he can put together the whole taking advantage of your reps and put in 6, 7, 8 sacks that are meaningful, I think that's a successful season for Von Miller because Russo's kicking ass in camp right now. Epenesa's kicking ass in camp right now. The rookie, I can't remember his name, Javon Solomon. He got in a fight with Spencer Brown today. Yep. He's turning heads, even though he's undersized, but he's got those long ass arms. He's making a name for himself. So McDermott's going to want to see these guys perform, and he's going to use Von Miller. I could see like in a 3rd and 15 scenario where you can just let him burn out and let him get to the quarterback. But Von Miller, I would love to see the first 4 weeks out of him. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Scott, you said 6, 7, 8 sacks. Pick one.
I'm gonna go 8 sacks. I'm gonna go 8 sacks.
Are we doing beer bets right now?
Beer bet right here.
8 sacks on the season for Von Miller.
8 over under.
8 is the over under.
Yeah, let's see. We'll start it right at 8. So you think 8, Scott? Pick over or under.
This guy go over or under. Yeah.
I'll go 7.5 over and under, Jared. I'm going over.
There you go. I'm gonna take the under. I'm taking the under, and I love him, and I'm not saying way under. But I think if Von Miller had a 6-sack season, I would be pretty happy with that because I want him to be situational. I want his reps to be down because I think right now, for me, Epenesa and Russo needs to be the dude. So rotate Von and Epenesa on that other side, giving Epenesa more snaps in my mind, and let's see what happens.
There you go. Dwayne Smoot is making a name for himself too, apparently, in camp. You're hearing his name a lot.
Yeah, Ed Oliver had something to say yesterday, and it was something that I just loved hearing him say, is he's at his time in his life as an NFL player where he wants to teach all these younger guys or the guys coming in the way of the Buffalo Bills defense. And he said, if I can just let them know everything I know as soon as possible, it makes it easier for me to come off the field knowing I could trust them when they come on. Mm-hmm. And that was just like, oh my God, that feels so good. So Smoot coming up, you mentioned Von Miller and Epenesa rotating. If these guys can just learn everything and trust one another, hey, I need a break for 2 plays to come off, and I know Smoot or Epenesa or somebody else is going to step in and carry the load, trustworthy. It was just something awesome to hear from Ed Oliver, and like how much he's grown since he first came here and the lessons he learned and he's experienced, and he's able to share that with these young players. It's just amazing. I love it. Love every minute of it.
That's a veteran statement. That for sure shows growth.
You're making me want to run through a wall right now, Jerry. I love that. guys that we've drafted that has bought into this system, that has had success in this system, that is trying to teach other people. Man, was there ever a defensive tackle on this team that did that for years and years and years and just made you feel all warm and fuzzy inside? Man, I want that to be Ed Oliver. Let's see here. Paulette brings up that Stephon Diggs got in a couple skirmishes today. I just think that's funny. Doesn't really, I mean, I don't know.
My favorite was the highlight of the one-handed catch in the back of the end zone where he jumped and he scooped it out. It's like, okay, well, you could do that, but you drop a 65-yard dime from Josh Allen against the Chiefs at the end.
When it matters, yeah.
Yep.
But still love Steph. Good on you. Good get. Let's see here. What was the other thing I wanted to see? This one right here. Harold Fuller. A lot less drop balls for the team than at past camps. And then he said maybe because there's no Davis. I'd say that hands were probably a focus this offseason. and I love it. It's so funny. I didn't see this comment, but I just brought up, if you guys please go to the general himself, Justice Generals, that's at JA17 MVP. He is the general of the Buff fan base. You go out there and man, earlier today he posted this tweet. Did you guys see it? It was a retweet. It was from Jamal St. Sire. It says 1-on-1, Gabe Davis versus Trey Flowers, dropped past, had it in his hands. And Justice posted a GIF of Oscar from The Office going like this. And then it just was like, it's good. There's only a couple comments, but I had to throw mine in there. You know, I had the get out of town guy going on, and it's funny. It's a funny thread, man. Gabe's gonna Gabe, man, and I love him too, but he gone and he's gonna do his thing somewhere else. I love it. Joey's talking about an offensive lineman that left in an ambulance today. We talked about that, brother. That was Alec Anderson. He had heat illness, and he should be back now, I believe. So don't quote me on that, but that was their anticipation that he was going to be back by this afternoon.
Right.
So Dr. Bruce giving a little insight on the Cole Bishop hit. Cole Bishop took a hard helmet hit to the back shoulder, going to be sore, but probably won't be a big problem. Good news, because people are saying big old Cole Bishop was having himself a pretty good camp too, and starting to claw his way up to the top of that depth chart, especially with the safety injuries that are kind of plaguing that department right now.
I tell you what, McDermott has got the Bills Mafia fans and content creators up in a whirlwind with who he's starting every other day. As far as the safety tandem goes, I think the first day it was Rapp and it was DeMar Hamlin. So people were like, what's him? And then the next day Bishop came in with Rapp. Then it was Mike Edwards, and it just, he's testing things out. And I guess the question I have for both of you guys is, we know how McDermott does not generally start rookies. Do you think Cole Bishop has what it takes to be side by side with Rapp comes the week one?
Well, this kind of goes hand in hand with the question I was going to ask you.
Okay.
So I'll answer your question, but I want it to be known that I don't know if Rapp is going to be a starting safety when week one comes around. So yes, I can see it. I do think McDermott as a coach has grown and expanded his mindset. I know really, if you're looking at it, man, James Cook was the guy that everybody was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, put him in there. Like, you bench him because he fumbles, blah, 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 blah. He came back from that, and, you know, rarely, except for that one freak game last year where he put it on the ground like 2 or 3 times but recovered it himself. Remember that one? Rarely has he had an issue with that, and is a stud. Is proven to be a really great player. But that was 2 seasons ago. This last season, we had a rookie starting. We had Osiris Torrance out there the whole season,
right?
And he was a stud. And I don't really think that was out of necessity. I think they had veteran depth on the bench that they could have put in, and they could have waited. But he proved himself worthy in camp and did a hell of a job throughout the season. So I think that maybe it's player by player, situation by situation, but Cole Bishop to me seems like a well-rounded overall talent. I mean, you can also say the same thing about Dalton Kincaid, right? He was maybe he didn't get a crazy amount of snaps, but he had a really good amount of production for his rookie season compared to other rookies under McDermott's reign, right?
Right.
Jerry, what do you think?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think ultimately talent could void that little space where he might not start him. You know what I mean? If Cole Bishop is just too talented not to start, then you got to play him. I know it's ahead of time. Joshy Cook's thinking Damar Hamlin will probably start. Bishop, from when he's hurt, is not very vocal and needs to when he's back there. So maybe the vocalization will come as practices happen. He gets to learn the product a little bit more. But as far as Cole Bishop being a rookie and starting, safety is a big spot. It's the quarterback of that defense back there. So we'll see what the preseason brings. And if he can show he can do it, then mistakes will be made. He's a rookie, even when he starts. So you just got to hope that if they're playing a cover 2 and he's responsible for that back half, that cornerback's on his man. And if there is a mistake by the safety, that cornerback's making up for it. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You got to take on your own question there, Scooter?
Yeah, I think you kind of took my answer with the whole Torrance explanation. I think this youth movement is a real movement happening here in Buffalo, and I think we saw a little glimpse of it last year with the Osiris Torrance start. Yeah, McDermott, you're going to have to start starting some of these young guys that you draft in the first and second round and give them their bumps and bruises and let them learn the system and be effective. It doesn't take long. It's a long season, so these guys become veterans by week 8 for real. If they can pick stuff up, they become who they're going to be potentially pretty quick. So I can see it happening. I really can. And as far as the Taylor Rapp, Mike Edwards, now Kareem Jackson, I think the fight will be between those three. I think Bishop will be the free safety.
So that was my question: is what 2 do you actually think are going to be starting this season? And it could be a 2-part. Like, what 2 do you think will start, and what 2 do you think will finish? And in my mind, I think Edwards is getting forgotten about on this roster. That dude, he's a Super Bowl champ. He was on a good defense, as much as I hate to say it, for the last couple seasons. And I think his veteran leadership might be the replacement of that vocal quality that we're hearing, like, what was it Cookie said? Like, Cole Bishop doesn't have. And I think that could be a good trade-off. Like, Cole doesn't have to be as vocal because Edwards is, and then he can just play a little more free, right? So to me, maybe it doesn't start out that way. Maybe I would say it's Rapp Edwards with Bishop Edwards finishing out the season if everybody stays healthy.
Okay.
Yeah, if everyone stays healthy, we must not forget that a couple times last year they had 3 safeties on the field at once. So that could be a whole dynamic too of how everyone plays. Scott, you said there's 3 guys that you think are fighting for that one last position. They could be fighting for the last 2 positions, and that next man out will be comfortable enough to come in. So that's what's fun about this training camp is we all have speculation and we can talk, and we're excited to see what's going on and to see the product show up on Sundays. What we ultimately can't wait for. And it's good to have this competition. It's good to have this talent back there, especially with Hyde and Poyer gone. To have this conversation of good guys being back there is very promising and uplifting.
100%, man. It gives you hope,
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it's 8:45. There are 1,036 of you watching live right now for our training camp kickoff show. Want to thank you all, and don't forget, we are part of the Buff Fan Base Network and also sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Check out all the fresh trending gear that they have out there, and Del Reed and the gang just putting in a ton of good work. Help out a local Western New York family in need. Get some sweet teas, and win. It's a win. Let's see. Paul Rossi says, any feelings about... Oh, wait. Sorry. we're doing a giveaway, last minute giveaway tonight. If you write "Go Bills" in the comment and share this stream, you will automatically be entered to win tickets to the return of the blue and the red over at Highmark Stadium this Friday. So please don't enter unless you absolutely can use them, or you know somebody who can use them, or whatever. But do it up, and we'll be spinning the wheel at the end of the show tonight. So do that. Paul wants to know, are there any feelings about Kyer Elam starting this year? What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, he's coming into it, I think. You know, you saw that interception last year against the Chiefs. It was a beautiful catch. He was playing man-to-man. So after seeing him not start and we saw Benford play over him his first season there, it was kind of like, okay, what's going on? We kind of knew that it was all scheme, and that's probably why Elam wasn't playing yet. But this is his third year? He's coming in his third year. I think if he starts, I wouldn't be surprised. He's coming along. I think he's learned a lot. He's still on the team. There's a reason why they haven't gotten rid of him. Obviously, he's still on rookie contract, but he was obviously going to be a project for McDermott and the defensive coordinators from day one. I think it took us a while as fans to realize that, but I think it's coming. It's coming. And like, if you look at his notes, he gives up some plays, but he makes more big plays than he lets up. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't doubt it if he was number 3 CB, at least.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Jarrod is a pirate part-time. That's why he said, "Yarr!" It's Kyer.
Kyer.
But yeah, he's on year 3 of his 4-year contract. The problem now is Jarrod is now that he's got Christian Benford, who's made a name for himself, and Rasul Douglas, who didn't extend his contract, so he's on for this year. So if they're keeping Kyer in hopes that maybe one day he'll take over for Rasul Douglas, I think we will probably see a contract extension by the end of the year. But I think he's talented enough. We're hearing his name a lot in training camp, and sometimes it does take kids a lot longer to transition to his own defense from a man defense. And he's got the talent. He played the sport. He played against some of the best wide receivers in the league in college. I'm excited for him. We're hearing his name a lot. We'll see it come fruition here in preseason.
Hell yeah. Like I said, man, he had a great pass defended and a punch out against Keon Coleman today. And, you know, I don't think there's any better way he could have defended that from my eye. I think Sale actually made the same comment. I don't know, man. Who wouldn't want this kid to come into his own third year? You know, he's had a long uphill battle. But yeah, man. This could be it. This could be a great time. Of course, I'm rooting for him, and hopefully he does beat somebody out. I don't care who wins in camp, to be honest. I really don't. Like, and if he is, it's a feel good story, man. But if he's out there and he's a shutdown, great, do that. Let's go.
It's just an uphill battle for him because Christian Benford has proven that he is a legit number 2 corner in the league, and if we can get the same production out of Rasul Douglas that we got in the second half of last year, he's definitely CB number 1. And Taron Johnson ain't going anywhere. So you need to be, if you're rotated in, you need to make the best of those snaps. And we have play a lot of tough wide receivers this year. You know, it's what happens when you finish first in the AFC East division. You play the top teams year round. So it'll be a test, and when he comes in, he needs to prove it. He needs to prove that he's worth it.
Absolutely. You guys are killing it. I'm at 818. Let's see here. Lisa, real quick. Swank, did you hear about the festival yet? No. The band is entered into a competition to take the last spot for the Borderland Music and Arts Fest in East Aurora, right outside of Buffalo. The Black Crows are headlining it. There's a bunch of really big bands on it, and we got thrown into the mix. So there's a post on the Endless Mountain Derelicts Facebook and Instagram if you're interested in sharing that and voting for us. Go nut and do that. But as soon as I know, Lisa, I will absolutely tell you. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to skip down here, guys. Kills me. You're just so good. We're back at the EJ Manuel jokes. That's how far back we are.
EJ Emmanuel Sanders.
Let's see here. We got Robbie at 716 Sports Blizzards. Yo, what's up, bros? Go Bills. What's up, Robbie? How
Robbie?
you doing, brother? Nate Nacho, the best handle in the whole goddamn internet, says, what's up, fellas? How did the new kickoffs look in person at camp? Excited for the new rules. I hear T-Bass really experimenting with different kickoff approaches. Go Bills. If you didn't know, there's some new kickoff rules this year. I have not been to camp. I tried to get tickets. I just haven't been able to. If anybody's got some extras and they want to shoot them old Uncle Swank's way, you just let me know, dude, and I'll take them gladly. I heard something interesting about the kickoff rules today. Have you guys heard the onside portion of all this?
There's no element of surprise anymore, I tell you.
Zero. Absolutely zero. You have to announce it. It can't be before the fourth quarter, and you have to be losing to perform an onside kick. So, yeah, that's very different. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get all old guy on a porch shaking a stick about this, but, like, you know, they weren't very successful to begin with. But it did, like, I mean, coming out halftime and kicking an onside, like, we all remember that play, you know, like there's certain elements where it's bouncing around and you're like, hey, Micah Hyde had one of my favorite returns ever against the Dolphins with that spin around matrix style TD return, you know, and that was off an onside. It was just like a little bit of an element to it. But I'm trying to keep an open mind. I think it worked out for the XFL. There's a lot of other stuff in the XFL that I wish that they would implement aside from that. But, you know, we'll see. If it falls flat on its face and everybody complains about it this year, if you don't like it, complain. Tag the officiating or NFL, and I guarantee it'll be gone next year.
Mark Maddox would agree with me. That comeback never happens if Steve Christie doesn't kick an onside kick and Mark recovers that.
Yeah.
And they were down by 4 touchdowns. And you're going to wait till the fourth quarter to do that, or do it now so you can get a comeback started? So I don't know about that. The big thing with the new kickoff rules, it's going to be interesting to see what all NFL teams do now, because usually I know the Bills keep a lot of special team specialists. Now that there's going to be a controlled speed element and crashing and body contact, it's going to be interesting to see what players they keep now to fill those last 2 or 3 spots for special team specialists.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to think you're going to want bangers, right? Yeah. You're going to want heavy dudes that can hit, right? Or block, like, depending on which way you're going with it. You don't really need a gunner anymore, right? Like, do you?
You need someone that could beat one-on-one, because legit they're going to be 5 yards apart. So blocking kickoff-wise, you're going to want someone that has good feet that's not going to trip up or stumble if anybody puts a juke move on them. And kickoff-wise, you're going to want someone that has the acceleration to maybe get around one of these bigger guys. And I'll tell you what, that's an added feature for these special team coaches, is that, you know, they're studying the film, they're watching what 10 guys are missing their blocks, and let's focus on that guy. Daquan Hardy is a draft pick the Bills brought in from Penn State this year, cornerback, 4.3 40. I don't think the Bills draft him unless this new kickoff thing was in line. So he'll be a fun guy to watch. But, yeah, I mean, who do you get, Swank? You're right. Do you get big hog mollies that can pummel someone within 5-yard range, or do you just put a bunch of nimble guys out there that can at least put a body on someone so they can help open holes?
I think I don't want big slow guys necessarily everywhere, but I also don't want like burners. I'm thinking more of like a Matt Milano type, right? Would be great, but I don't want him out there on kickoff returns. But shit, you could go Spectre, right? Like you could go get some of these dudes that are Matt Milano-esque, that are like second, third string on the depth chart, you know, and use those guys. And I see that being like a good way to go about it. But it's just gotta change, like the chemistry of what that line looks like, right? And how you defend it, or how you are the aggressor. I mean, I guess the like return, you know, it really just, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see, because I just don't think you need crazy burners unless they're catching the ball.
Right.
You know? We have Dawson Knox was on the podium the other day, and he was talking about how all the tight ends are doing great. Quentin Morris, and one of the guys is Zach Davidson. He's a guy that suffered an injury last year who really didn't get much playing time, but he's been shown high energy. He's fast and he's physical. And it's like I kept thinking about kickoffs. Like, okay, we keep 3 tight ends. If Zach Davidson's one of these guys who can get down there and just pummel people, you're keeping 4 tight ends now.
It may change the roster layout for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, it's Swank. You said Balin Spector. There's the Buffalo Bills have drafted over the years like linebackers. Dorian Williams got that same size.
Dorian Williams.
Dalen Spector. They brought in Nicholas Morrow from Philadelphia, and they drafted Olafosio, who's a high energy guy. But they all are that similar 6'1", 230 pounds, can move vertically and are nimble. So yeah, it'll change this whole roster layout of how many people you're keeping in each position.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun, I think, until it's not. If we get burned on it, I'll hate it. I'll completely hate it. So,
well, and if you're watching the game, you should be able to point out, don't run towards so-and-so because he's the one always letting up the block. I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of fun for these special teams coordinators for sure. They're going to get paid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be about who can adapt, right? And that's what the NFL is all about anyway, is who adapts the best, who can keep up with the times, man.
Depending on what burner you have there in the kickoff return, can you imagine a whole left side just vacating their blocks and rolling to the right for like a kickoff right return?
That's what I had that right in my mind the whole time, like a huge wall setting up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. It's 8:58. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to close the competition here, the little giveaway. So if you missed out, I'm sorry. We'll have some more stuff coming up. And don't forget, we got tons of shit we're giving away at the regular season Rager. You should absolutely get down to that. August 31st over at Reinvention Brewing and Manchester, New York, and 3 to 9, and it'll be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll this wheel. Sorry you guys can't see it. I promise that I'm an honest feller, and whoever gets it, gets it. And I'll tell you right now, the beautiful Ellen Lartz has won tickets to the return of the blue and the red this Friday over at Highmark Stadium. Compliments of our friends Frank and Dakota. Ellen will hook you up with those 2 fellers. And Frank and Dakota, thanks again so much for donating those to our cause. And Ellen, congratulations. You got yourself some tickies. So I wanted to bring this up quick, and guys, keep coming with the comments. You guys are absolutely killing her. I found this stat today. The top 15 wide receivers in the NFL with the lowest dropped pass rates. Do you know how many current Buffalo Bills wide receivers are in that top 15?
2?
Oh, boy, current. So Shakir's definitely one of them.
Shakir is one of them.
Number 1.
0.0%. Yes.
All right. Is Kincaid considered a tight end or a receiver?
He is not. This is wide receiver.
Okay.
Wide receivers. Yep.
See, with the limited targets, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard. Is Hollins one of them? Mac Hollins?
Nope, he is not. Yep, it's hard. It's hard. I'll tell you that it is Curtis Samuel, number 14, 2.2% drop pass rate. So, yeah, you got 2 guys with hands right here, and I'd say that new feller, he's looking like he's got some good hands there too. It's gonna be really hard for them to pick who fills out this wide receiver room, dude. I think Mac is like he's the training camp darling this year, right? Like so crazy, so likable, so much energy, a weird dude. But I can just everybody's rallying around him like crazy, and he's been making some plays. So it's I don't know. Shavers, same thing, man. People talking a lot about Shavers. It's just like, how do you decide? Just keep 9.
You're right. You're talking in the 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, who's going to be the guy ending up at 6 and 7 fighting for that special teams position? And Mac Hollins was one of those guys. Of course, people, Valdez-Scantling and Claypool are going to bump up a little bit. But with what he's been doing in camp and all this stuff, Hollins, he might be number 4. He may be number 4. So we'll see it. We'll see it come preseason because they're going to utilize him. But that's an exciting story for sure.
Guys, finish
Goes back
roasting
to
your
jump in really
marshmallows.
quick.
Huh?
They also said something about like the new kickoff return is they're looking more towards punt return specialists, not so much kick return specialists. So that might play a factor in receivers coming into like
Probably
Isabella.
you probably have like a better chance of returning a punt, I would say, than a new kickoff, right? Also, that totally could have waited for after what I was going to say because you changed the subject, and I wasn't changing the subject. I was just saying it's overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9:02. We're unprofessional, as is Jarrod for interrupting me when I was just trying to tell you it was overtime. But, he hasn't been here a lot. He's only been on like 3 shows this season. It's all good. No worries.
He gets 150 word limit, so he's trying to catch up on all the time he's
We
missed.
gave him 50 extra this season, man.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, you must put that in your contract.
Yeah.
Patrick did say you were holding out one of the days you were missing. So.
I know, I saw
And
that.
just to throw this 2 cents in there, guys, no matter where Mac Hollins has gone, he's always made a starting roster. Always.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to think like who do you leave out? Who do you leave out? There's a massive wide receiver room right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys you're talking about, I mean, Samuel makes it, absolutely.
Right.
Shakira makes it. You start getting a little I mean, Keon Coleman, there's 3 right there, but like where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go after that? Claypool, he hasn't even gotten a chance. And that might just screw him.
Yep.
Completely screw him. Like, he could have been this really great feel-good comeback story, and he tweaks his ankle, and he gets a week behind, and then what? Or his toe or whatever the hell it is.
Now people are talking about Tyrell Shavers because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get injured, people are going to take over those reps and shine, and that's what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Everybody congratulating Ellen. Hell yeah, Ellen. Buffalo Spartan.
This is Sparta!
Says the Wheel of Death got him again. Couple crossbones and skulls. Hell yeah. What's up, brother? How are you?
Sure did.
Ellen's happy. She says, holy cow. That was 4 minutes ago.
Congrats, Ellen.
Oh, man. Patrick says Claypool is gone. Look at that hot take coming from Patrick. I don't know, man. I'd say he can't miss another week. I'd say he's got to show out. I'd say he probably ought to play in the scrimmage this Friday in front of Miss Ellen Lartz, and then she can decide whether this bum makes the roster or not.
Why not?
Guys, how exciting. What a great time to be alive, Oh, there's something I was going to say. So in the beginning of the show, we were talking about how, the season's getting close. The Rangers coming up. It's literally like it's a month away. It's 4 weeks away from tomorrow. Crazy, insane. I did a knuckle-headed, bone-headed, stupid thing. Did I tell you guys this yet?
Mm-mm.
For week 1?
Oh, yep, you told us.
I did tell you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I recently left my formal place of employment, and I'm a full-time musician now, and it's been going awesome. Been booking out crazy, playing really great shows, awesome times, and giving me a little bit more time for this. So what I did was I booked the first weekend in September, thinking that wasn't when the first week of football was, and I never play shows on Sundays. And I booked a good show for a Sunday, and it's literally 2 to 5, week 1, Cardinals. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna record the game, turn my phone off, tell everybody not to talk to me, get the hell out of there and go home and watch it. I think, but yeah, gnarly. I can't believe I did it. It just like the whole Labor Day thing getting set back a week, like. Just completely screwed me up. But yeah, so I'm a loser. It's okay. We'll get through it. We'll talk about it the Tuesday after. I'll be fine.
It'll be all right.
I'll be all right.
I'm a loser, baby.
Did you see that play? Stop sending it.
Yeah, dude, I'm not. I'm putting my phone in the car. That's it. Or I'll give it to like our merch guy or something, and he can do it. But You know what's going to happen is like somebody's going to come up to me at the very end of the show and be like, "Oh man, did you see the Bills?"
Yes, blah 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 blah.
No, it'd be like that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry like recorded the Mets game and he's like, he answers the phone and he's like, "I'm recording the Mets game. Don't tell me it's going. I don't care. I'm going to watch it later. Who is this?"
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. Lisa, would you guys play anywhere around Buffalo? Hell yeah, Lisa. I'm working on some stuff right now. I'll definitely get out there solo. I'm about to send out some emails and I'll hit you up. You'll know for sure. We got some cool stuff coming down the pike. Patrick, Swank, it's all good. You're doing something you love, and sometimes you gotta make sacrifice to live your dream. Hell yeah, Patrick. Thank you, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a great day. I just I got 17 days. 17 Sundays.
Yeah, right.
And I just want those there's 365 days.
Maybe a September snowstorm will creep in and delay the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. No, it'll be all right. I'm a big boy. I'll get it. Chris says we'll celebrate that 30+ win versus the Cards without you, Swank. I'll celebrate too, you son of a bitch. What's up, Chris? Christian, how you doing, brother? Uncle James says he'll be at the show giving me live highlights. James, I'm not worried. I think by halftime you won't be able to give me shit. That's what I think. Yeah, Seinfeld reference. Hell yeah, brother. Let's see.
Bite your tongue.
Dr. Bruce, he Swank Friday night at OSB in Lakeville. Oh, Dr. Bruce coming down to see the show. Hell yeah, brother. I'll be there. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Pictures, please.
Oh man, yeah, Patrick. So does that mean no Swank for the Sunday session season premiere? I don't know because the show is not super far away from me that day. I probably could at least pop in, but I think you're gonna get Scooter and RT. And I think do we usually do the week before? Do we preview it the week before or no?
I can't remember. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. What's up, man. So anyway, all right. Listen, guys, 908. Love you. Us boys, we got to talk about the Rager after this. So what we're going to do here is some final thoughts. And then we're going to get out of your hair because, it's Tuesday. People got stuff to do. Right down south here, my boy, Jerry. Jerry, I know I busted your balls a lot tonight, man, but I love you. It's so great to have you back for a full show and talking about some important training camp stuff and getting stoked on the Bill stuff. And you did almost make me want to run through a wall. Everybody corrected me to say jump through a table, but I will do both. Jerry, what's your final thought, brother?
It's here. I said it earlier tonight. You could smell it. Football is here. Before you know it, we're going to have a first preseason game. We're going to pile through those three, and that's the regular season. Thanks, Bills Fandemonium, Bills Mafia, for showing up tonight. As always, you guys are awesome. It's awesome that I could see all the comments on the right side now. I'll try to restrain myself, but it is fun to see everybody. You know what I love most about it is like, hey, beautiful, welcome back. Hey, dudes, what's up? All the banter that goes back and forth between everybody that's watching. It's just amazing, the friendships that happen on the sidelines. It's awesome. So I welcome it. It's appreciated. I love every second of it. Yep, pads are popping. Keep an eye on Dr. Bruce McKellar's injury report. And like I said earlier in the show, go to the Buff Fan Base on X and look up Dean Kingdig's camp notes. Again, just read them, and it's like you're going through camp. And I can't wait to come back next Tuesday to talk more Bills football with you guys. Keep the positives, root for the guys, and let's go.
Yeah. Scooter, follow that, bro. Follow that. Your brother's been practicing that for 3 weeks. Follow that, dude.
Yeah, mine's a little more of an inspirational thing.
Mine's a little more inspirational than what Jerry just said. Is that what
I don't know if you all saw the footage, but Mrs. Pagula made the practice at the end last week, and it just shows you, and the stress is put on about the AED training and CPR training, and how important it is for more people to know about this stuff so we can save lives. Being in the medical field and not knowing Kim Pagula's full story, you saw her. And I'm not going to speculate anything that's going on, but we know that she wasn't the Kim Pagula that we've all seen before. fast AED and fast CPR saves lives, and it changes a life significantly. So I want to push everyone to at least consider looking up classes and all that stuff to bring it a reality into your lifestyle to save a life for longevity. And so glad to see her out there. There's a big motivational part of her going out there. If there is no fire under these Bills players' asses and the staff, that was definitely an inspirational thing, seeing her walk out there. Like I said, they kept everything close to the vest, as they should. But seeing her walk out there showed a significant amount of strength in her, and it's definitely a thing that the Buffalo Bills should ride on this year. And Kim's going to ride on it too. So I'm glad to see her healthy. I know she's got a hell of a road ahead of her. And so we're praying for her, and keep the fight, Kim. You're doing great. Bills Mafia loves you.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Kim is the best, and we wish her all the best. And it was nice to see her out and about for sure. And kind of just like a testament to like what a strong personality and woman that she is for coming out and not being afraid to do that.
Right.
And, yeah, it's cool, man. I hope speedy recovery, man. Absolutely. Right here, Patrick Hughes. Are you guys going to do a live K-Gun preseason show like the draft so we can do more R's? Oh well. Hell yeah, man. I would love to do that, but I think the show you're talking about is actually the regular season Rager.
Jared's not used to overtime yet. Oh, God.
with all of the work and prep and everything that goes into the Rager, I don't think any of our wives would be very stoked on us getting together the Tuesday after. But you guys are welcome to come over. Absolutely, you can do it. Yes, Jerry, again, looking forward and ahead in time in the comments, bro. Jared, not
Just laugh.
us. It's us to overtime, not used to time overtime. Not us to overtime. See, when Patrick makes a grammatical error, you got to call him out on it because he's a ball buster. Guys,
Fat fingers.
1,252, had a giveaway, talked all about training camp. The last 3 weeks of this show, you guys have stirred the ship, man. We've had stuff. We've planned to talk about stuff. And really, you are just so interactive and so involved, and your questions are so pointed, and your comments and the jokes and the love and all that stuff. It's just, it's really like easy to just roll through and have a good time and talk with you guys and get it all involved. Apologize for not being able to get everybody's comments up. You would not believe, but just like 2 years ago, everybody's comment could have got up at least 5 times each because the viewership was not what it is to this day, and we appreciate you guys for making that happen and just being the smart, funny Bills fans that you are, and our fan, man. Absolutely friends and fam. Listen, guys, you can check us out right here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by Buff Fanbase and 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, give them all your money. I saw Del Reed shared the show tonight. That's a good time. Del's friend of the show, been on before, great dude. Follow him, follow 26 Shirts, give them all your money. Great times. Training camp, man. Killer. We'll probably do another killer training camp show next week. Keep your questions coming. Stay active on our Facebook group and Instagram and all that stuff. Look out for giveaways. And go Bills.
Love you guys. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go.
Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beast, talk, tell Jack to go and fetch your bang.